Trevor, you are on the air.
Hi, Megan. Hi, Christy.
Hi.
Howdy.
Hi, guest.
Hello.
First of all, I love to say that I am very uncomfortable talking about the topic of sex, but a really good friend of mine told me that I should call in and open up, so I thought I would take her up on that suggestion. And so I'm a gay male, rather attractive, I might add too.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Objectively
thank you very much.
true.
I work really hard at it. I work really hard at it. Anyways, I've been really so again, it's been a topic that's always been like really uncomfortable for me and kind of just a private thing. And I was like in a room. I've had like serious. I'm that guy. So I'm that guy that these assholes find and take advantage of and convince me that it's my fault, and I give them all sorts of money and blah 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 blah. But that's a whole other episode as well.
Yes.
But this last one was something else or something different. I met somebody, and so I was like, I guess for lack of other words, I was the other woman. I'd never been in that type of relationship. So they had an open relationship, and it was a rather unhealthy open relationship, I might add.
Sure.
And I knew that. I knew what I was getting myself into. And so I found myself in this, I guess, involuntary polymorphic amora relationship, I guess. And so, I mean, and this person, this is how, I mean, it was like every part of him I found attractive, if that makes any sense. Everything, just, looks, body type, feel, touch, smell, everything. And this is how compatible we were. This is how compatible we were. He came from a very super religious family. I'm an atheist, and we would sit there and read the Bible and have these awesome conversations. That's how compatible we were. And the relationship went on for a little while, and all of a sudden it was like, boom, I got blocked on Facebook, and I just got completely cut off, and having just a really hard time. I think about him. It's been over a year. I think about him every day. There was one night where I remember sitting there in the kitchen, and I was like, I even prayed. I said, God, I will consider your existence and your life if he would just call me. That's how rock bottom I was. And it's just like, and I still to this day cannot bring myself to hate him for what he did.
Sure.
And and I know hate's like one of those negative things, but I can't bring myself to be angry with him. I can't to hate him, to get to put any blame on myself or put blame on him. It's all on myself.
Right.
And it's just like I'm stuck. I'm really stuck. And it's not like things that I don't feel comfortable talking about people to it, aside from all of Austin now. But it's like, how do I get unstuck? I don't like going to bars. I don't like like the flamboyancy of the gay community. That's not my thing. I'm not gonna say I don't like it, but it's just not my thing.
I hear that.
Right.
I'm not the type to go parading or wearing tight fitting clothing and flamboyant thing, even though I would look good in it. But still, it's just not my thing.
Right. And so you're wondering how to get back out there and how to start kind of getting over that ex and to get back out in the world?
I think the part I'm not so concerned about getting back in the world. I'm trying to reach closure. I don't know how to get to closure.
Yeah. Standard rules apply. Ice cream, sad movies, exercise, dating apps, like that normal process, I think, is still really valuable. But without trying to, have like these psychic intonations into what you're saying, when I hear you speak, it really does stand out to me that you're uncomfortable talking about sex, and you mentioned that right there at the top, and then we're talking about how you're uncomfortable moving on from this relationship. And that kind of rigidity feels to me to be very connected. And I would suggest, it may not be.
That's interesting. That's really fascinating. I never even considered that.
Yeah, and I don't want to try and, therapize you over the course of a 5-minute phone call or try to make any assumptions or tell you about your life, but that strikes me as really interesting, and I might suggest that that's something that would be valuable to talk to a therapist or, some other type of professional helper about, because I think that there could be something there that makes it difficult to move on. It makes it difficult to feel comfortable in that way.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not about getting out into dating and because I'm a guy, and I'm going to be honest, guys can have sex anytime they want to. I mean, that's just the way men are pigs. Men are nasty pigs. I
mean, there is the tyranny of hydraulics, but men tend to be pretty quick and ready to go. I hear you.
I tell you, when a few years ago, I was going through this really bad thing. I was, and this is stupid, and this is how stupid I was. I was going through this really bad battle with a veterinarian. He did something horrible to me, and I was like, wait a minute, gay guys like dogs. And so I went on one of those hookup sites and started telling my story. And you know what happened? People started unlocking their naked pictures to me, and I was like, oh my!
That's how you respond. That's how you yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and some guy goes, well, I don't know about your pet, but I have a leash, and I was like, I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, I hear that. I would say, if you go to a bar, you can kind of expect everybody's advice to be take a shot. If you go to a dating website, everybody's advice for how to move on is going to be, look at a dick. So, I would consider that, and I think
looking at the wrong places.
Yeah, getting into a therapist's office or something like that seems really valuable to me. So I might recommend considering that.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we appreciate you giving us a call, and I hope that helps.
It does. Thank you so much. And can I want to have one comment on your topic tonight.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a little boy, I used to go to like a Catholic preschool. Now, I never was sexually abused, but I was left-handed, and that nun, I remember, beat the shit out of me to stop using my left hand.
Mm-hmm.
So there was physical abuse that goes on as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that culture of, again, it kind of comes down to respect for bodily autonomy and respect for children and respect for their point of view, their voice. Mm-hmm. I do feel like those things are connected. So, I hope that we're moving in the right direction.
Yep, but that really struck me as, like, again, no sexual abuse here, but she whip out that ruler faster than she would. It was like magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Damn.
I have some relatives who experienced the same, but maybe 50 years earlier. So yeah, it's definitely another part of the systemic problem of the authority, but. Trevor, thank you so much for calling, and
thank you guys. Thank you for taking my call.
Of course,
absolutely.
And I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.